Yeah, hello, good morning, family of the arts. Brothers and sisters, I am so interested in this special message. The message is, it is not everybody who dances is an artist, because it's not just about just to dance. You know, we have passed through from dancing like a monkey to dancing like a human being with your intelligence. Brothers and sisters, this is a very important message for me. Not everybody who dances have love for the dance that he's doing. Most of the time, we are just enjoying. We are just enjoying. We just surrender ourselves to that what is, and we move by that. You see, the spirit of the dance art. The spirit of the dance and the spirit of the dance art. Which one do you mean? Not everybody who dances is an artist. You see, the art itself has been before it is created. So there is no movement that you do that doesn't come from that source. This is why when you adapt to their style, when I say their style, I'm talking spiritually here, because the dances were there before the other dances came. You see, so if you want to do the other dance, what dance are you able to do in your own dances? So you can, get there, which is the source where the dance is coming from, and develop from there to become very social, because those dances, they are not easy to dance, although they are the simplest ever, because you need to be grounded. So in our teaching, we base our teaching on groundation. You see, you ground yourself, you will land in Precious Prime Time, The Formless One Life That Is You by Eckhart Tolle. Your essential nature is not something, not content, not form. The best description through words is to see what it is not, and then you are right, you are left with what it is, which cannot be named, but can be known, but cannot be known conceptually, because every concept is a name and a form. It can be known simply, easily, in the silent space of stillness, which is in every one underneath the mental noise. No matter how heavy and turbulent the mental emotional noise may be, no matter how heavy the egoic sense of self is, in every one, as their essential nature, is the stillness of pure consciousness, your essential nature, the essence, your essence, not separate from the essence of the universe. Are these just words? Yes, these words point to that. They cannot encapsulate that. They cannot explain, not even attempt to explain. If the question arises in you and says, please explain a bit more, I don't quite get it yet. It is not possible. These are pointers. The analysis of pointers is pointless, but the mind wants to have content, so it will ask questions about the pointers instead of allowing the pointers to point. It wants to analyze the pointer, a signpost. Let's look at this signpost. Let's examine it. Let's get out the microscope. So what I'm saying, your mind cannot get. Allow the statement of wake in you as a pointer, not as an explanation of the universe, because there can be none, but it can work like those beautiful waves of the Upanishads, or whatever words arise here, pointing to the dimension of formless one life, that is you. So what really is it is pointing to, all these words point to, is that dimension of stillness within, that is vibrant with life, but still extremely awake, but still underneath thoughts, in between thoughts, in between words, is the canvas on which our whole phenomenal existence is painted. An excerpt from The Flowering of Human Consciousness and Eckhart Tolle talk. Within you, there is a stillness and sanctuary to which you can retreat at any time and be yourself, said Hermann Hesse. Is stillness just the absence of noise and content? No, it is intelligence itself, the underlying consciousness out of which every form is born. And how could that be separate from who you are? The form that you think you are came out of that and is being sustained by it. It is the essence of all galaxies and blades of glass, of all flowers, trees, birds, and all other forms, said Eckhart Tolle. Stillness speaks. When doing becomes infused with the timeless quality of being, that is success, unless being flows into doing, unless you are present, you lose yourself in whatever you do. You also lose yourself in thinking, as well as in your reactions to what happens externally. Question: what exactly do you mean when you say you lose yourself? The essence of who you are is consciousness. When consciousness, you, becomes completely identified with thinking and thus forgets its essential nature, it loses itself in thought. When it becomes identified with mental, emotional formations such as wanting and fearing, the primary motivating forces of the ego, it loses itself in those formations. Consciousness also loses itself when it identifies with acting and reacting to what happens. Every thought, every desire or fear, every action or reaction is then infused with a full sense of self that is incapable of sensing the simple joy of being, and so speaks pleasure and sometimes even pain as substitutes for it. This is lying in forgetfulness of being. In the state of forgetfulness who you are, every success is no more than a passing delusion. Whatever you achieve soon will be unhappy again, or some new problem or dilemma will draw your attention incompletely. Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth, excerpt from chapter 9. Awakened doing is the alignment of your outer purpose, what you do with your inner purpose, awakening and staying awake. Through awakened doing, you become one with the ongoing purpose of the universe. Consciousness flows through you into this world. It flows into your thoughts and inspires them. It flows into what you do and guides and empowers it. Not what you do, but how you do what you do determines whether you are fulfilling your destiny, and how you do what you do is determined by your state of consciousness. A reversal of your priorities comes about when the main purpose for doing what you do becomes the doing itself, or rather, the current of consciousness that flows into what you do. That current of consciousness is what determines quality. Another way of putting it, in any situation and in whatever you do, your state of consciousness is the primary factor. The situation and what you do is secondary. Future success is dependent upon the inseparable from the consciousness out of which the actions emanate. That can be either the reactive force of the ego or the alert attention of awakened consciousness. All truly successful action comes out of that field of alert attention rather than from ego and conditioned unconscious thinking. Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth, excerpt from chapter 10. There is an unseen spirit living in the unseen spirit, man, living in the seen body, living on the seen earth. Miles Monroe. Upanishad. Learn to pronounce. Each of a series of Hindu sacred treatises written in Sanskrit BC, 800 to 200 BC, expounding the Vedas in predominantly mystical and mystic terms.
Thank you for watching Nation One TV. Kindly subscribe for more news updates.